What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on this video we'll be doing the national certificate mathematics in 3. This question paper here, it was actually written on the 26th November 2025 and it took about 3 hours to be written. So we're gonna start with question 1, then we do question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5 later on. So I'm gonna leave the timestamps for this video so that you can able to watch each and every question according to the way you want, if you don't want to watch in a sequence order. All right guys, so before we start though, I just like to say thank you very much guys for watching, subscribing to the channel, commenting, and not forgetting those who like and share the videos. So let's look at this question paper and then let's do question 1. All right, let's look at question 1 here. So question 1 consists of 4 questions. So this question 1, it's mostly simplification and factorization. So I'm gonna create space so that we can able to solve all these questions on question 1. Now let's look at question 1.1. Now this question is out of 2 marks. They want us to factorize the following as far as possible in prime factors. So this one here, it looks very confusing because of the exponents are actually fractions, but this means they're just sats, guys. Now to factorize this, you have to open the bracket like this. Now let's find the factors of the first term there, which is 6a. We can say 2a to the power of half and 3a to the power of half. When you multiply 2a to the power of half with 3a to the power of half, the numbers obviously will multiply each other. 2 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 6. As for exponents, the exponent they're going to add. Remember, when the base are the same and they multiply each other, the exponent will add. So we have half plus half, that is going to give us 1. So it's going to be 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, and then this is going to give us 6a to the power of 1. Even if you don't write 1, it's fine. Guys, if you don't know much about exponents, I've made a video on exponents. You can go to the description. I'll leave a link there of that video with exponent, and also the very same video pop up on the top right of the video that you're watching right now. All right, we need to find the factors of negative 15b to the power of 2 over 3. So let's start with the factors of negative 15. And for now, let's start with just 15. We know that if we multiply 3 with 5, we're going to get 15, right? As for b, if we say b to the power of 1 over 3 and b power of 1 over 3, if we multiply this, must give us that 15 there with b to the power of 2 over 3. So 3 multiplied by 5, this is going to give us 15, right? And then b to the power of 1 over 3 multiplied by b to the power of 1 over 3. This here is going to give us, remember, if the base are the same, the exponents will add. So this is going to be 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, right? So in 10, this is going to give us 15b 2 over 3. So this here, the factors of 15b to the power of 2 over 3, they are correct. So it's a matter of where to place them. Since our 15 is negative and we have positive there, one of the brackets there is going to be negative. So if I take this 5b 1 over 3, this factor here, and place it there on this bracket here, if I place in 3 b to the power of 1 over 3, which is this one here, we can say that if we multiply this 3 b to the power of 1 over 3 with this one here, 3 a to the power of half, this is going to give us 9 a to the power of half and b to the power of 1 over 3. There we go. Let's do the other ones. If you multiply this 2a to the power of half with 5b to the power of 1 over 3, we will get 10 a to the power of half b to the power of 1 over 3. Right, since we have a positive sign in the middle, the one with the highest number will be positive. So this one's going to be positive, that one's going to be negative. So they're going to give us a half multiplied by b to the power of 1 over 3. There we go. So which is what we have there. So how are we going to put the signs there? The factor with the bigger number is going to take the sign in the middle. So our factor with the bigger number is the one of 5b to the power of 1 over 3. It's going to be positive, and this one here is going to be negative. So this is way too long, but basically this is how you answer this question here. I hope you guys managed to understand this. This was out of 2 marks. This is how you factorize this one. Just in case you didn't understand, people, don't forget to comment in the comment section. Even if you understood, you can also comment. Again, if this video helped you to understand how to factorize such problems, do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. We are done with 1.1. How about we do 1.2? So our 1.2, it goes like this. Factorize the following polynomial completely with the use of the factor theorem. So this polynomial they're talking about is this one here, but they want us to factorize it using the factor theorem. Now, we need to find the factor of this polynomial. It's not that difficult, guys. All you have to do here, you have to substitute numbers that will give you 0. If that number gives you 0, that means it's a factor. For example, let's start by substituting 1, right? So wherever there is x, we're going to substitute with 1. There we go. So here we're going to have 1 to the power of 3 plus 8 multiplied by 1 squared plus 17, and then we have 1 there plus 10. Right, so we have to put this in our calculator. If it's not 0, just know this is the remainder. So we got 36, meaning 1, it is not the factor. So we need to find when we have negative 1. If 1 doesn't give you 0, then you go to negative 1. So let's do negative 1. There we go. So if we insert negative 1 there, if I put this on a calculator, we're getting 0. So negative 1 is perfect, guys. If negative 1 was not giving us 0, we're going to move to 2. If 2 doesn't give us 0, we're going to move to negative 2 until one of the numbers give us 0. So meaning we can say this now, x is equaling to negative 1. So we can say factor is x plus 1. Right, let me explain why our factor is x plus 1. It means that if we substituted by negative 1 and you give us 0 like this, then we have to transpose this negative 1 to the other side. So this becomes x plus 1, the one that we have there. So that is going to be our factor. I hope you guys understood. Right, from there, we can start using the long division method. So let's start. Let's use the long division method. Right, so we're gonna do this here. There we go. We have x plus 1, and then we're gonna put the polynomial inside there, x cubed plus 8x squared plus 17x plus 10. There we go. Now from here we start applying the long division method. Guys, if you don't know the long division method, you can use the other method as long as mathematically it's correct. So the long division method, guys, is simple. All you have to do here, the first step is you divide this x cubed with that x there. The answer that you're gonna get, you write it here, which is gonna be x squared. Remember, exponents. Then the second step, you multiply this x squared with everything there, x plus 1. If you multiply x squared with x, it's gonna give us x cubed. If you multiply x squared with 1, it's gonna give you x squared. Then from here, these ones here, you multiply them by negative there. If we multiply by this negative that is outside, this x cubed is going to be negative. So x cubed and negative x cubed, this is going to give you 0, right? Also, this x squared is going to be negative, negative x squared plus 8 x squared. That is going to give us positive 7 squared. Then these ones here, you drop them. So we're going to drop plus 17x plus 10. Repeat the same steps again. We divide this 7x squared with the x there. So 7x squared divided by x, that is going to give us plus 7x. There we go. Then from there, we multiply again. We're going to multiply this 7x with this here. So if we say 7x multiplied by x, this is going to give us 7x squared. And then if you say 7x multiplied by 1, that is going to give us plus 7x. There we go. And these ones here, you multiply them by negative again. If you multiply these by negative, this 7x squared becomes negative. It's going to subtract with this one here. Our answer here is going to be 0. And then here, remember this 7x here is going to be multiplied by that negative there. So it's going to be negative 7x plus 17x. So this one here is going to be plus 10x. Then what do we do there? We drop this 10 there plus 10. Right, let me create a little bit of space here before we run out of space. Okay. So again, we do the very same thing that we did before. We divide this 10x with that x there. If we do that, we're going to be left with positive 10. There we go. And then from there, we multiply this 10 with x plus 1. If you multiply x with 10, that is going to give us 10x. If you multiply 1 with 10, it's going to give us 10 there. And these ones here, you multiply them with negative there. So if you multiply them with negative, this 10x here is going to be negative plus 10x there. So this is going to give us 0. And then again, this 10 is going to be negative because we multiply by that negative. That's going to be negative 10 plus 10. That is going to give us 0. So this shows that our factor is correct. X plus 1 is the factor because the remainder is 0, as you've seen here. Right? So remember, they say we must factorize this. So we're going to write x plus 1. Remember, x plus 1 is this one here. And then multiply by x squared plus 7x plus 10. This is the one here on top, guys. This is the one on top that we just got as we're doing the long division there. Then we have to factorize this one. So x plus 1 is already factorized. We can factorize the second bracket here. The factors of x squared is x and x. The factors of 10, when you add them, they give you 7. It's 5 and 2. So these are the factors of this problem that we had there. I hope you guys managed to understand this. This was a bit long, but if you pay attention and rewatch this video at the point where you got lost, you will understand it, hopefully. Other than that, if you have any question, do not hesitate, guys, to ask questions on the comment sections. And if you don't have questions, you can always comment with however you feel about this video. If this video also helped you to understand, do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video to your friends who are doing the same subject. All right, people, we are done with 1.2. Let's go and do 1.3. All right, people, we have 1.3 here. So 1.3, they say solve for x by completing the square. So we have the expression there, 3x squared minus 5x minus 6. All this is equaling to 0. The first step that you must do here, let's write everything here, 3x squared minus 5x minus 6. All this is equaling to 0. So the first step, you must divide by 3 there, the coefficient of x squared, right, throughout. Okay, so if you divide by 3, we're going to be left with x squared on the first term. On the second term, we're going to be left with 5 over 3 multiplied by x. On the third term, which is a constant, we're going to be having 2 there. On the other side, on the right hand side, it's going to be 0, right? 0 divided by 3, it's 0. Then the second step is we transpose the constant to the right hand side, right? So we want to be left with x squared minus 5 over 3x. All this is equaling to 2. The 2 changes the sign, becomes positive. This step here, you can say x squared minus 5 over 3x. Then you must add the coefficient of x and half it. The coefficient of x, which is negative 5 over 3, we must add it and half it. From there, we square it again. So I hope you know this, right? So these are the steps that you need to know when you complete the square. Negative 5 over 3, right? Multiply by half, and then we square it. There we go. But what you do on the left hand side, you must also do on the right hand side. We have 2 there. Plus, remember what you do on the left hand side, you must also do on the right hand side. Negative 5 over 3 multiplied by 1 over 2, then square them. If you continue here, on this step here, on the left hand side, I would say leave things as they are. So, for example, what you can do, you can only simplify what is inside the bracket then. Negative 5 multiplied by 1 on the numerator, that's going to give us negative 5. Divide by, on the denominator, we have 3 multiplied by 2, that's going to give us 6. Then do not remove the square, leave it like that for now. On the right hand side, you can just use your calculator and find the answer there. The answer that I'm getting here is actually 97 over 36. There we go. So this is what I am getting now. So you can write, you can say x, right, minus, because we have minus there, 5 over 6, then squared. So basically what you're taking here, you're taking this x here and that there. Because they're both squared, you can just write them like this. Okay, you can say x minus 5 over 6 squared. There we go. We say equaling to. So this here, we still have 97 over 36. So from here, we square root both sides. Square root this side, square root that side. So when you start to square root, it's going to be plus or minus. Right, let me just create a little bit of space here, people. If we square root this square and that root, it's going to cancel each other. You're going to be left with x minus 5 over 6. There we go. All this is equaling to plus or minus root of 97 divided by 6. For now, let's just leave it like this. We can transpose this negative 5 over 6 to the right hand side. If we do that, we're going to have the following. X is equaling to 5 over 6. It becomes positive. Plus or minus root 97 over 6. Right. Now, this we can separate into 2. We can say x is equaling to 5 over 6. When it's plus, remember we have plus or minus there. So when it's plus, root 97 over 6, and x is equaling to 5 over 6. This time around, when it's minus, remember this minus here, and then we have root 97 over 6. Right, so let's create space again, the bit of space again. So when it's like this, you put this on a calculator. Unfortunately, our answers, they're gonna be in decimal. So if you put this on a calculator, this one is gonna be 2,475, and the other one, x is equaling to negative 0,808. So this is gonna be our answers, as much as they're in decimal, but this is our answer. I know it looks a bit complex, but this is the question that they ask you guys. This is solving for x by completing the square. I hope that you managed to understand this. Really, it was a bit challenging, I have to say, but if you pay attention to what I was doing, you can able to follow through and understand. But if you did not understand, you can always leave a comment on the comment section. I'll try to answer you to my level best. And again, if this helped you to understand, do not forget to like, share, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. We are done with 1.3. Let's do the last question on question 1, which is 1.4. All right. Now let's look at 1.4. Now this question, they just want us to simplify the following expression here. So before we continue, I just like to inform you about this 1 minus x there. Guys, this you can treat it as a difference of two squares. You can write this as 1 minus x to the power of half and 1 plus x to the power of half. It's one of those tricky questions that they ask. If we foil, it will take us back there. 1 multiplied by 1, that is going to give us 1, right? 1 multiplied by x to the power of half, this is going to give us plus x to the power of half, right? Negative x to the power of half multiplied by 1, this is going to give us negative x to the power of x to the power of half multiplied by x to the power of half. It's going to give us negative x to the power of half plus half. Remember, the base are the same, so the exponent will add. So here you're going to have 1, right? And then you have like terms here. This one is positive, this x to the power of half, and this one here is negative. So they're going to cancel each other. So you're going to be left with only this one, this x here, which has the power of half plus half. Half plus half is going to be 1. So this is the same as 1 minus x to the power of 1. So it's the same as this one here. As you can see, these two here they are there. So I was explaining this so that you can able to see that we already have the lowest common denominator here. So let's do it. Right. So we can first write the lowest common denominator. Our lowest common denominator, it's 1 plus x to the power of half, right? And another 1 minus x to the power of half. There we go. So we just divide them. If we divide our denominator with 1 plus x to the power of half, we're going to be left with 1 minus x to the power of half multiplied by the 1 there minus x to the power of half, this one here. Okay, and then we multiply it by 1, so it's just going to be 1 minus x to the power of half. Then we say plus there. Now we come to the second term, this one here. Okay, if we divide our LCD with 1 minus x to the power of half, we're going to be left with this one here, 1 plus x to the power of half multiplied by this x to the power of half. So we're going to have x to the power of half, right, multiplied by 1 plus x to the power of half. There we go. And then the last term, which is this one here, negative 2 over 1 minus x. Like I said earlier, I did mention that these here are the same as 1 minus x. It's a difference of two squares in that manner. So if we divide our LCD with 1 minus x, it's going to give us 1 multiplied by our numerator, which is 2 there, which is negative 2 in fact. So that's going to be our answer there. So from there, we rewrite the numerator and then remove the bracket. So on the first, we have 1 minus x to the power of half, and then we remove the bracket on the second term. If you multiply this x to the power of half with 1, you're going to have x to the power of half. There we go. If you multiply x with the power of half with x to the power of half, this is going to give us plus x. Remember, when the base are the same, the exponents, they add them. So half plus half is going to give us 1, right? And then we're going to be left with negative 2 there. And then we're going to write our LCD, which is 1 plus x to the power of half, then open bracket, 1 minus x to the power of half. There we go. Then from there, if we look at our numerator, then we have like terms. We have negative x to the power of half and positive x to the power of half. These ones, they will cancel each other. And then we also have negative 2 and 1. So basically here we'll be left with x, that x there. Okay, and then we have negative 2 plus 1. This is going to give us negative 1. Divide by. Remember, our LCD, if we fold this, this is going to give us 1 minus x. Right. So from here, we can manipulate and multiply the numerator with -1. Then if we multiply the numerator with -1, we're going to have 1 minus x. There we go. Multiply by negative, divide by 1 minus x. Then we continue here on top. So our final answer, this 1 minus x, 1 minus x, going to give you 1. So our final answer is actually -1. Guys, this question 1 was not an easy question. It was so tricky. I don't know why they made it to be like this, but it is. So I hope you guys managed to understand this. If you did not understand, again, you can leave a comment on the comment section. If this helped you to understand, you can like the video, comment as well, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. All right, people. So we are done with question 1. We'll be doing question 2 very soon. So make sure that you hit the bell notification so that whenever I upload question 2, you'll be notified as soon as possible. All right, people. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time. Cheers.